Well, after using the PulStar for almost a year now, great instrument. And after coming to a seminar and actually meeting with the developers and learning more about it, how reputable the company is, and how they work for you, and whatever you need to have done, it's done.
I incorporated the PulStar into my practice a little over 2 years ago, and it has completely changed the way that I practice chiropractic. You know, before I did manual treatments and my body was aching at the end of the day because I had a fairly high volume, and you know, I always tried to make sure that I got patients to come as much as I could get them to come. And now when I go home, I don't feel nearly as much pain in my body, and I totally try to get patients out of pain as quick as I can and get them out of my office as quick as I can, because that is what they want. And inevitably patients do continue to find their way back into my office, because not only do we give them a good service, but we get wonderful results with the PulStar. So it has completely changed the way that I practice chiropractic over the last couple of years. And thanks to Joe Evans and Christian and the people at Sense Technology, we really appreciate it.
Patients love it. It's very comfortable. It's very efficient. We get great results with it, like I said, and I would recommend this instrument to anybody looking to get some incredible results. And it's a wonderful instrument, and it's a great company to have support with too. They're very great people. Questions are answered immediately, and just love the instrument. Would recommend it for anybody.
I've been in practice for 35 years, and now I practice with the most confidence I've ever practiced in all those 35 years now that I'm using the PulStar. I, for over 30 years, did full spine diversified technique. And as the years went on and the decades accumulated, my joints started telling me I had been in practice for a long time, and I needed to find a way to not injure myself so I could continue to practice. I had used some other mechanical instruments and saw a response in those in past years. But when I learned of the PulStar and saw the confirmation of what was in the patient's spine, and was able to go and precisely adjust that area and then go back and check and see that I had accomplished something, it was not only confidence building for me after 30+ years of practice, but the patient could also see that. So it has sold me, and I have 4 units, and I'm very pleased with the PulStar's results.
I've been using the PulStar since 1993. I was introduced to it by Dr. Pierce. I was at one of his seminars, and he was giving case histories. I was seeing case histories that had better results quicker than anything I'd ever seen at the time, and I couldn't stand somebody doing my job that much better than me, so I pursued it and ended up with the equipment. Very thankful that I have, because at my age it allows me to keep practicing, and my patients love it. I can't imagine actually practicing without it anymore. I wouldn't go back the way we used to work. So, very thankful that we have it.
Well, my name is Dr. Brian Sharp. I've been using multiple impulse therapy in one form or another for almost 3 years now. And it's a great therapy, but I definitely have to say that Sense Technology and the PulStar is the highest level of it. There's 2 companies out there, and I've used both of them. And when I started my own office, there was only one company I was going to use because they treated me like a person instead of like somebody with a wallet. And I ordered it before I'd even used the instrument. I just knew I didn't want to deal with the other strategies and a subpar instrument, really. So I ordered it, went to a training, and the first training I ever went to just blew me away. I mean, people can use this instrument without getting trained on, but they're not getting the results. They get results, but they're not getting as good a results as they can. And that's why we're really here, is to get the best results for our patients. And the PulStar is what does it. It's the best instrument out there. It's better than our hands in finding the problem areas. I've treated patients with both instruments with manual techniques and not found things that the PulStar finds. And it's unbelievable to see the change in patients, not just with their pain, but their whole personality changes when you get them well faster. So I don't know what more I can say. The instrument is wonderful. It's easy to use. The company is there behind you. Anything that you can even think of that would help, they'll definitely entertain those ideas. And I've already had some ideas, and some made it, some didn't, some are practical, some aren't. But they'll listen to you and implement whatever can help. So it's a great group of other doctors that are using it. You can get in touch with people very easily and get their feedback on it. They're not just going to put you on a phone line and make you wait to talk to somebody. And it's just unbelievable how well everything works. My whole office was set up around the PulStar. The people at Sense, Christian and Charlton, really helped me with networking everything, getting everything working together. Lori's wonderful on the phone. She'll get you set up to anywhere you need to. And of course, Sense Technology is the only multiple impulse therapy that actually has the inventor literally in the family, right? So how can you go anywhere else where they're stuck with the same instrument instead of being at the place where they can improve it every year? This is my third seminar I've been to in less than a year, and it's evolving every single time. And it's not just from one person, it's the whole community of PulStar users working together to get the best results for all of our patients. So just come, find out more information about it, talk to them. They'll get you the information you need, and it's not just their opinions. They're the only people out there with this technology doing such great research, get the research papers, and really what you can see now is just a small point, a small aspect of where they're going in the future. So do what's best where the profession's going. Very objective. You're not getting as much subjectivity to it, so you can back it up. You can show people what you did, how much force you've done. Nobody can say with a manual adjustment, I used 20 pounds of force on this C5. It's impossible. But if anything happens, you can get the printouts and from the PulStar, and it'll show you treated this segment this many times with this force. And it's unbelievable, and you're not going to have anything else back you up better. So as soon as I can, as soon as my practice builds up, I'm getting as many as I can. So definitely your practice will grow. Like I said, I've been using this type of technology, so it's very efficient. But when you see people that go from a manual practice where they see a patient every 10, 15 minutes, now you're seeing patients, because the analysis and the treatment are so fast, so efficient, so effective, you're now seeing patients every 4 to 5 minutes. So just imagine what that can do to your office and your productivity. Even if you are getting people better faster, you might not see them as often, but they're referring to you for it. So take a look at it. As always, I'd be glad to even talk to people about it and show people at my office, and you can get my information from Sense. So let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
I've been using a PulStar for almost 3 years, and what I've found is it allows me to treat a very wide range of patients very comfortably, very confidently. One, knowing that I'm finding exactly what's wrong with their spine. Two, that I'm treating them in a very safe and effective manner. Whether it's a 93-year-old little old lady with severe osteoporosis that I can treat at 5 or 10 pounds of pressure, or the 320-pound high school football player who I can treat with whatever level of force is necessary to correct their spinal dysfunction. The machine is incredibly accurate, it's incredibly easy to use, and it's reliably consistent from patient to patient, from visit to visit, so that I have an accurate representation of what's going on, and I can treat my patients effectively. The most important thing is at times being able to treat them in weight-bearing posture. These are people who've been evaluated in many different ways, but when we check them in weight-bearing posture, we find the area that they haven't yet had treated. And these people get better, they love the machine, and the company backs up this machine incredibly. The support is wonderful. We don't have problems. The very few times we've had an issue, it's resolved minutes to within an hour. I can't recommend it any higher than that.